Good morning, guys. Okay, so we're on Fan 5, Week 5, and this is practice number 2. In the world of you, it should be, let's see, practice 2 happens on a Wednesday. All right, so this is Wednesday. Here we go. So this shape is shown. Which two words best describe the shape? Okay, so triangles have two types of names, okay? They have an angle name and then they have a side name, all right? So we're looking at this, and this triangle has a right angle on it. So all triangles that have a right angle can be described as right triangles, okay? So that is its angle name, okay? Other angle names are obtuse triangle and acute triangle, but this one has a right angle, so it is a right triangle, okay? The other name that triangles have is by their sides, okay? If they have 3 equal sides, they're called equilateral triangles. If they have 2 sides that are equal, they are called isosceles. And if they have no sides that are equal, then they are known as scalene. Well, I'm looking at this triangle, and this side is very long. This side is short, and this side is kind of, it's in between. It's kind of a medium-sized one. So in this, all three sides are different lengths, and so that makes this a scalene triangle. So its two names are a scalene triangle and a right triangle. All right. Now we're going to fill in the blank with a number that completes the expanded form. So this is 8 and 939 thousandths. Okay. I like to pronounce the THS very clearly so kids understand. All right, so it's 8 in the ones place, a 9 in the tens place, a 3 in the hundreds place, and then we are going to put a 9 in the thousandths place. So you're going to write 9 thousandths, and that completes the number. All right, so Tom is preparing for a party at his house. There will be a total of 9 people at the party. Each person will eat 3 sliders. If one batch of the recipe makes 15 sliders, how many batches does Tom need to make? Okay, so one of the things that I like to do is I like to draw what the batch would look like. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to make an array, 5 rows of 3 to make 15. So this is what a batch would look like. And sliders is just a fancy word. Sliders is just a fancy word for cheeseburgers, okay? Anyway, so we're going to make a chart that goes along with this. So here we go. Let's make our chart. All right. So Tom is preparing for a party at his house. We need to know how many people are coming. Okay, so right up here, you're going to put people. And then how many people are coming? There is a total of 9, okay? And we also need to know how many sliders are needed. Okay, so sliders needed. So there are 9 people at the party, and each person is going to eat 3 sliders. So 9 times 3 will give you the number of sliders that they need. They will need 27 sliders to feed everybody, okay? We also need to know how many is in each batch. How many is in each batch? There are 15 in each batch. So we need 27 sliders, and there are 15 in a batch. So as I've been telling you, I just like to kind of draw it out and count on. So 15, that's 1 batch. That's not enough. We need 27. Add 15 more. If we've got 2 batches, we would have 30. Is that enough? Yes, it is. So it would take 2 batches to feed all of the people. Okay, and I like to highlight my answer. All right, next. Donna made 400 copies in September. She made 5 times as many copies in September as she did in August, and she made 4 times as many copies in November as she did in August. How many copies did she make in November? So what I want you to do is I want you to draw your chart just like this, and you are going to label it. I like coming up in here. So we've got September, August, September, November. I wonder what happened in October. Oh, well. Okay. So we've got August, September, and then November. I guess in October, she just took the month off. Maybe she was homesick. Okay. So Donna made 400 copies in September. Okay. So we can cross this out and write it here. There are 400 copies. She made 5 times as many copies in September as she did in August. So what that means is that September is 5 times as big as August. I like to write a B here to show that this is the bigger number. This is 5 times as much as this. So what you have to do is you have a number times 5 will give you 400. And you're trying to figure out what that number is. What number times 5 will give you 400? Ms. Ross, how am I going to figure it out? Well, you have to take it and you have to work it backwards. So to figure out what number times 5 is 400, you have to divide 400 by 5. So 5 cannot divide into 4. How many 5s are in 40? There are 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract, you get a 0. Bring down this 0. I tell my kids all the time, if you bring down that 0 from the playrooms are usually upstairs. If you bring down that 0 from the playroom, you gotta play with it. So that means you need to take it through the divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, the whole steps all again. So how many 5s are in 0? There are 0. 0 times 5 is 0. Subtract, you get a 0. So your answer is here, there were 80 in August, and I like to highlight that. So we've got 400 in September, and we've got 80 in August. And think to yourself, does that make sense? 80 times 5 equals 400. That makes sense. All right, so now we figured out August and September. Now let's move on to November. She made 4 times as many copies in November as she did in August. So that means that November is the big number. So you have to take whatever happened in August and multiply it by 4. So August was 80, multiplied by 4, and you should get 8 times 4 is 32, and add a 0. Okay, so she did 320 in November. So the question says, how many copies did she make in November? So you can write November was 320. And I like to, as I said, I like to highlight it. All right. Next one. Last Thursday, Ron ate 4 cheeseburgers. Woo! Ron was hungry. On Friday, he ate 3 cheeseburgers. On Saturday, he ate twice as many cheeseburgers as he did on the other 2 days combined. How many cheeseburgers has he eaten so far this week? Okay, so draw your chart. That's part of being able to solve problems 3, 4, and 5 this week. Okay, so we're going to do like this. Just go here. So we've got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, so TH, Friday, and I like to put SA. Okay, all right, so fill in what you know. Last Thursday, he ate 4 cheeseburgers. Cross it out and write a 4 here. That's simple. On Friday, he ate 3. Cross it out and put it here. On Saturday, he ate twice as many cheeseburgers as he did on Thursday and Friday combined. So you have to take Thursday, add it to Friday, so you've got 4 plus 3, and then you have to multiply that times 2. Okay, so 4 plus 3 is 7, times 2 is, he ate 14 cheeseburgers on Saturday. How many cheeseburgers has he eaten so far this week? So you've got 4 plus 3 plus 14. That's how you'll solve that. So 4 plus 3 plus 14. All right, 14 plus 3 is 17, plus 4 more is 21. 21, I'm going to put CBs, cheeseburgers. All right, 21 cheeseburgers this week. That is what Ron has had. Okay, make sure that you answer the question, how many cheeseburgers has he eaten so far this week? A lot of kids will get to 14 and go, there's the answer, but it is not. Make sure you add them together Thursday, Friday, Saturday to get the total number of cheeseburgers. And I am going to suggest that Ron stop eating all these cheeseburgers because that is too many. He's going to make himself sick. All right, guys, love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.